Right on, right on. Heads up, eyes open, and fists clenched. Y'all know what this is, how we do this. Let's get locked and loaded for another episode of Freeman Radio here, Intellectual Radio. Y'all can hit us up directly at 929-477-3785. Let me slow that down for y'all. I may have been speaking too fast. Some of y'all may be listening too slow. 929-477-3785. Then you press 1. You also get us up at 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. You can see us live and direct on Instagram at the official Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. We're on Facebook at Fred Hampton. Also live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Chairman Fred Jr., Chairman Fred Jr. on YouTube. Also, we're Intellectual Radio, IntellectualRadio.com. We are saying we are live, locked and loaded in the spirit of making history, taking history, and taping history, y'all. Let's get ready to come on with it. In fact, we say let's change that. Let's get ready to cub on with it. You don't have to necessarily be a member of the Black Panther Party Cubs to engage in the action of cubbing. You know what I'm saying? It can be a verb. You know what I'm saying? You can do some cubbing with us, y'all. So we got a lot to catch up with. We still riding high of the people, as Chairman Fred would say, we are still too proletarian, revolutionary, intoxicated from this past August 30th. Number of things we want to talk about, y'all. I ain't got my notes with me, but I know a lot of things are happening, ranging from this passage of the Pretrial Fairness Act. We're gonna talk about that. So we got some phenomenal forces gonna be calling in who put a lot of work in with this here. Got our brother got somebody in the studio, brother, on deck with us who been here before. This ain't his first time.
Yes,
so
sir.
If y'all ain't never heard of this stuff, y'all might want to Google. The pros, what you thought with the battle for it to get to this stage in the game, and where we at with it. Some of the misinformation that was put out about it. We're gonna talk about that also. I don't have my flyer next to me. I'll also be talking about slow down, Chairman. Don't catch your breath. We also talking about this. I know it's a big phenomenal discussion. I know y'all gonna need y'all to tag team with me or help me out with this phenomenon about the Colorado and Deion Sanders and the sport. Because really, I ain't really been like sports into the sports real heavy, but it's a discussion. It's a phenomenal discussion happening. I want to talk about that with your, been hearing ins and outs, your take on, a lot of people had a lot of issue in regards to him leaving Jackson State, the HBCU, and going to Colorado, which what I'm saying, like you hear certain places, Iowa, Colorado, you know what time it is, what's down, what it is. But your thoughts on that? We're gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Even a lot of people saying why did all the some different artists and come out and support that, what I'm saying? And also some of the contradictions that he raised, what I'm saying, in regards to at the HBCU at Jackson State. Also, I know it's a subject at the bottom, but also definitely I want to premise with this our condolences to the Brown family. A lot of times we talk about these situations and cases, whether it be in Chicago or Maywood, whatever the case may be, Oakland, California. And we have an objective analysis, but again, it hit home. It hits home in a lot of cases. I mean, like literally, geographically speaking, close as well as politically and emotionally. This case is ongoing situation, but what has been confirmed is that his mother's the mother of former NFL player Sergio Brown. She's been found. It's say close to home, in the creek. They said, So and I was just reminded recently, by some comrades, that she was stopped at a Hampton house too. And mind you, Maywood is 21 blocks. Again, like literally 21 blocks. And so it's it's some of the small town dynamics about interacting with people, knowing whose family, so on and so forth. So and even in Chicago, that's where I grew up at. Even though that's a large city, when I throw out these names and dates and cases, and I give it up. I provide an objective analysis, but a lot of these cases be family members and people we know. You know what I'm saying? So this you might want to type in a text and see what you've been hearing about some of the situations going on now. They say it's ongoing. It's not something else too. I know I'm missing on the bottom on the flyer. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Deion Sanders thing, the Pretrial Fairness Act. There was one more situation too on the flyer. I know I'm missing. So it'll come to me in 1 minute. Help me out. But also, I want to talk about that the case, one situation of Sergio Brown. So, comrade, let us know we have any callers. We have any callers in queue. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, today, no doubt about it. Thank you, Sister Paris. Right on. The case, and I kind of use this term kind of loosely. Sometimes I'm hesitant to use this term of anniversary, the acknowledgement of what year? How many years has this been? The murder, and I also want to open of the four young sisters, the four young girls, in what was known as Birmingham, technically Birmingham, Alabama, but what came to be known as Birmingham, Alabama. And there's one dude, there's one criminal. I think they call him blow him up Bob or something. He you know what I'm saying? Even though he later in the game got convicted on the case later. I mean, similar to the case of Medgar Evers. You know what I'm saying? Up in age, but he was not an aberration. This was a common dynamic. That, you know what I'm saying? That was. In fact, it still happens in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? People say I know lynchings and stuff still going on, but the bombing of churches, and even a lot of stuff that I want to open up, a deep analysis on it too, with the bombing of the church in Alabama, and this case, a lot of people don't know. I think it was 17 in total. 17 people. I think also a little brother was murdered when they bombed the church. You know what I'm saying? And this will be some of the background or the background that you don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? Situations, and also the reverb or the trickle down impact, how it impacts you. You know, once I can't recall the sister name who later on the age on her interviews, she talked about with the bombing, though she survived, the glass sharpener was in her eyes and also later on inside her stomach. She was unable to have children. See, these are some dynamics that, that never comes out, like the ongoing effect. I was having a discussion earlier about Fannie Lou Hamer.
Right.
And how they had they locked up and they had I think it was a Negro, a black, maybe a male or female. They had them beat. They told them they had to beat her. The guard said they made them beat her, and also for a surgery one time, unbeknownst to her, doctor did a hysterectomy on her.
Our sister played that role too, didn't Taraji P. Henson? Was that the role that the sister played? Fannie Lou Hamer. That's the role that the sister played.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think. Not the right. No.
Oh, okay.
You done to not the they played the airline. The sisters.
No, this was a sister in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, I know what piece you're talking about. Get it come to me in a minute. I know. Yeah,
she should have won an Academy Award for that too.
If y'all know that piece we're talking about, yeah, let us know. But that wasn't Fannie Lou Hamer. It'll come to me. Yeah,
powerful sister down in the South for sure. Standing when sisters in particularly wasn't supposed to stand like that, you know.
It come to me. It'll pop up. Or we got a phenomenal listener audience. If we don't get it, they're gonna help us get it.
So no.
This we got our brother. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna talk about this pre-trial fairness act. Let me know also, Sister Comrade, we got any callers in queue? I'm waiting some callers to call in queue also with regards to this and some other subject matter. Any callers you in queue? 929-477-3785. Then press 1 to get in queue. We go shot free them all. Right on, my brother. Yes, indeed. Man, respect. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, young brother, man. I know it's an event they have also with Healthy Hood at the what's the brother, the basketball court over there, like forgive me, Corey. Forget his organization they have over there on 63rd right of Ashland. We'll be touching down some organization tomorrow morning. And now I'm gonna be also, y'all get up early morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be interviewing with Carl Nelson show tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. So I know I get some rest. So Sadie in the building, right on. Clinch Fist in the building. Show you right. Birmingham survivors, but we trying to get the other sister name too. Let me know if I got any callers in queue. You get a chance to come, Rag. While we're waiting on that, I just want to, shout out people who've been on the ground with this. You know, what I'm saying a lot of times the groundwork that goes into different, legislation, different moves in general. A lot of people don't see that. And not that I'm real big about this. Not that you ego tripping. People say, well, you don't. A lot of people say, well, you don't get credit for everything. One of the dynamics I stress about acknowledging a certain sector engaging in stuff, I think is, you yourself, did 28 years locked up. So Tanya, we expect her to call in with Souls, Cassandra Greer, and others, that have a connect to the community, because images and people that you can, I'm real big about real models as opposed to role models. That, that people that you can relate to say, well, I can do that. And I look at that example of that sister, Coco Golf.
Beyond tennis.
Yeah, and they show the image of her as a child looking at, I think, Venus, Serena playing tennis. And they show her as a child. And then some images now, they got these little sisters, little girls, they about 7, and they got their little track uniform on, and you can see they dressing like
they
Sha'Carri Richardson.
For sure, yeah.
It impacts you, what I'm saying? So I really, like, a lot of times we hear about people, doing, fighting or addressing issues. Well, I ain't no politician. I ain't no religious leader, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The word is slashed on, everyday people, though. That's so to show that, to instill a confidence, people to take on different dynamics. So jump in and let us know when we got those callers in queue, y'all. Again, we are live and direct free on my radio, and we like I said, we expect some other calls call in. If y'all can get through on 929-477-3785, make sure you press 1. Try 708-223-8953. We're gonna talk about the pretrial fairness Act. We're gonna talk about the what happened in Birmingham, Alabama. In fact, I'm supposed to be speaking in Alabama, September 28th through 30th, I think. And you hear about Alabama, the history of Alabama, the bus boycotts and everything. And people don't get their credit. Claudette Colvin, the initial, no slight, no disrespect to Rosa Parks.
Yes, sir.
Because the dynamic of Claudette Colvin, the young sister, I think about 16, that refused to give up her seat. Initially with the boys boycott in Montgomery, Alabama. We're gonna be touching on that, so we cruise into different subjects, and we feel people's energy, so y'all feel free to cub on in with us.
Yes,
all right, brother. I'm going through some transportation issues among some other issues right now. And I really wanted to be down at the courthouse the other day, 26th in California, at 7:45, this press conference with the people for this legislation, the Pretrial Fairness Act.
Yes,
technically going to place when people are being released out of jail. And I really want to catch down them brothers and sisters, coming out. Give us a little background when people hear that term Pretrial Fairness Act. Let's say we talk to some people who are not even familiar with that term pretrial. You know what I'm saying? So in layman's terms, you can bring us, what is this Pretrial Fairness Act? What does it address? What was the significance about? Was it 3 days ago?
I believe that was approximately 3 days ago at 8:00 was the press conference, and very many of our.
So Cassandra told me 7:45. She know I'll be late. That's why she told me.
Get you there pretty early for sure. To be on time is to be before time for sure.
Yes, indeed.
So, yes, but we definitely got there. And to piggyback on what you were saying earlier, Brother Chairman, is yes, it's tireless efforts that go into getting these chosen elected people of the people, by the people, and for the people. You dig what I'm saying? It's tireless efforts that go into getting them on board to back certain bills that definitely will help the people of whom they're supposed to represent and choose or who are chosen by the people as civil servants. Much like these bad cops that we talking about legislation on a little further down the line. However, in regards to the Safety Act, man, it's helping our communities remain economically sound in many ways, as far as having to go before a judge and hopefully, God willing, be able to definitely have that so-called, as they say, innocent till proven guilty, have that so-called charge against that individual to be or to carry on, if you will, to allow that individual, that brother or sister, to go back into their community and serve and help, not only economically to their household and family, but man, to their neighbors and what have you, so they don't lose their jobs and livelihoods in the process of fighting some long drawn out case through the court, having to stay in the jail, the county jail, and to wind up beating the case. We don't even get a refund, if you will, for lack of better words, on the work that we've missed out on the time we missed out on. And you talk about mental health illness in our community and what have you. Yeah, well, our brothers and sisters are definitely under pressure. In this here safety bill act, man, it relieved a lot of that pressure, God willing, come January 1st with its inception. But for all intent and purposes, yes, sir, it definitely, in my opinion, relieves a valve that was busting at the seams. And that's only what we just do.
You say January 1st for it to be actually implemented or enacted?
Yes, to actually be enacted. Yes,
Okay.
sir, but it is passed.
It's passed.
It is passed.
Okay. So the press conference this early this week, that was just acknowledging that it's passed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That was acknowledging that, man, it is officially becoming the law as of January 1st of the new year.
So a lot of people that work, they say cashless bond. So like it's a big thing. Like when I was growing up, people say, okay, you got a D bond or I bond. I bond was equivalent to like you got on your signature. You know what I'm saying? No
back
cash.
in the days, sir.
Yeah, back in the days, right? Real talk.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
So the position has been taken, that with the cash bond, a lot of people just, you simply being charged with a case, and you don't have the resource, you ain't get the finance.
Yeah.
To get out, you there, and then a lot of times, I think it's a quote that one of Park's songs said, people are copping pleas because you're stressing. So a lot of times you say, just to say, okay, well, I'm not guilty, but I want to get up out this county jail, and I ain't copping a plea. So the cashless bond will relieve that by saying what? Okay, you get on your own recognizance, on your own.
Effectively, you get out on your own recognizance after seeing the judge, whom you would say, Judge, Your Honor, I'm a respectable citizen and tax-paying citizen of this community. I'm a respectable person of this community. I have no type of ill will or whatever, So the judge naturally, hopefully, will do his due part, and your attorney, if you should have one or require one, public defender, they definitely should present you as the person and human being you are first and foremost. You dig what I'm saying? And man, as such, you are acquired or afforded the rights that otherwise had been not given to us because we didn't have them resources that you eloquently put it as, sir, because we didn't have that financial or political backing and what have you. And we were left to our own devices, which was trying to get back to something tangible, something real quick.
So would it be okay? So it would be on the judge discretion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On the judge discretion. Okay. So kind of like a lot of people under pressure, like with the gun laws, and Second Amendment right to bear arms. It was still certain stipulations in there that the county sheriff can still interject and say, well, this person shouldn't have the right to bear arms. So it's still not a blanket assessment like everybody can get
Yeah, they still have that loophole. Not to cut you off, brother chairman, they still have that loophole in it technically, as I'm understanding it for myself. I encourage everyone to go get it and understand it for themselves, or have someone presumably in the family who definitely understands the legal process. And I'm hoping that brothers and sisters, but the actual reality is that we do have cousins, uncles, or what have you locked up whom understand the law to some degree and are familiar with these bills as they come out, because many of these brothers and sisters behind the wall are giving the directions out here to come up with in have real prime ideas as to how we can better our conditions in our communities.
Yes, indeed. What what has been the response like brothers and sisters who locked up? You know what I'm saying? This doesn't, like, say this, like, if you charge the case as opposed to say someone has already been convicted and they going for appeal bond. Like, as if the appeal bond, like, see, that's what Chairman Fred was out on when he was assassinated. That appeal bond, you've been convicted, you've been in prison, and you filing your case to appeal your case. Does this impact it also, or this is just limited to that of the county on the first charge basis, as opposed to you've been convicted? So basically, I'm asking. So this impacts only if this prior to you being convicted. Once you're convicted, this doesn't have any weight, does it?
To my knowledge, and it is limited. I am not a legal professional.
Yeah.
I have knowledge of the bill. You know what I'm saying? I've read it, and from my understanding of it, this is at its inception as far as pre-trial. The Pre-Trial Fairness Act. So as far as when you go on appeal and come back, that is an excellent question, though, because by all intent and purpose, providing you get a new trial, you would be back. So, I mean, but still, it still would be you presenting or you being presented in a manner as to have a support system.
So we got callers in queue also on the tag team. That was our two. Those, I think we got also press 1, or if you can 929-477-3785. Also press 1 if you can't get in through the call in 708-223-8953. We live and direct here, Freedomar Radio. We moving the groove. We talking about a number of things here, y'all. We talking about the Pre-Trial Fairness Act. We talking about the impact. We talking about help me out with my math. How many years later? The bombing happened in Birmingham, not Birmingham, Birmingham, Alabama. Not only the 4 sisters, you know what I'm saying? I was doing some research. I think another little brother was murdered also, and also the ongoing impact of this the one who did survive. So, Sister Conrad, we have any callers in queue? Fremont. Welcome to Fremont Radio, y'all. We live and direct. Welcome to Fremont Radio. Calling Q. Fremont, welcome to Fremont Radio. Yes, sir. Welcome to welcome to Fremont Radio. Yes.
Came in. I ain't been here too long, but I just want to respond on a few things that I heard, like for the community. What can we do to get our community together? The first thing that we got to do, we got to start trying to form unity.
No doubt.
Without unity, we'll never be able to uprise our community. Our community lacks even the power to believe in us, because us that believe, they don't see us unite. They don't see us working together. So it's going to be impossible for us to get them to work together if they don't see the leaders working together. The next thing is about the pre-trial. The next thing is about the pre-trial in Chicago. The United States of America is the only country that has a cash fund. Pretty much no other country have cash funds, but United States. So why are we the only country with cash funds like now that's going on in Chicago? Is saying that it's cashless funds. Okay, that is the correct way, which is it's written within the Constitution that everybody likes to follow. The next thing is that if we see that this system is not working for us, with all due respect to everybody that do their part in the movement or in the system or whatever case may be, but if we, the oppressed people, see that this system is not working for us, why are we steady playing along in this system talking about going to vote? We see that our votes don't mean shit. So why don't we build our own system? Why don't we build our own nation? Why do we got to keep going to vote into their system when we make that system? So why can't we build our own system? Why can't we build our own grocery stores, our own land, our own homes? We wouldn't need it. So how can we get the people to come together to be able to even begin to think that way? It all starts from those leaders. When the people see the leaders coming together, then the people gonna start to join together, or else it's gonna be a lot of confusion within the people because the leaders not even sure what they doing at that point in time. So it all gotta start from us leaders in order to spark the inspiration in the community that we so wish to have. My father said in one of his documentaries that most revolutionary leaders preach to the people about doing something that they themselves should do. My father called it a cowardly revolutionary person. For those who don't know who my father is, Mr. Dr. Great U.B. I am his only biological child. Oakland, Alameda, California, by the records prove this. But carry on to the next subject, that we need to first have unity. And in order to get unity, us that are leading, that are on the front line, we must first unite. If we are able to unite, if we have the same philosophy and the same ideas, which is justice and freedom and success for our people, then I feel that we should be able to unite and put away our personal differences for the betterment and the whole of the people. Because our personal differences don't matter within a revolutionary movement. I close out with that.
Right on. We live and direct on Freedomar Radio.
If I may address that for sure,
this.
because the brother definitely spoke on some hot button topic of unity for sure, and that's what the people need for first and foremost. Unity in the unified demonstration of love to one another and moving in accord, man, in one accord to that plight, which is why I definitely feel you around circling the wagons around the demonstration of Freedom All as a revolutionary platform and not just a slogan, but a mantra. You dig what I'm saying? Because, man, I myself am out here trying to unite organizations, CFIS, the Mamas, the CTJ, Chicago Tortoise Justice Centers, the Illinois Demand Justice, the Restored Justice, all these groups, as well as many brothers behind the wall in Stateville, Menard, and everywhere else that's familiar with a brother named Cooley and what Cooley is doing out here after having been released and trying to help other brothers be released, as well as sisters too, because they need the sisters as well. And brothers need to come home and be brothers in these communities. Because, man, we have decimated these communities. We have allowed our communities to be destabilized. And we have allowed ourselves to not gain our upper hand as not only a chosen people amongst these people, you dig what I'm saying, but also the many are called, but few are chosen. And man, if we don't understand by now what global empowerment is, we definitely have been ran amok. Because, man, all these bosses and moguls out here, brand building and what have you, we need to definitely be on a corporate level thinking. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Right on. We moving and grooving. Y'all feel free. Y'all, the energy is moving and grooving. 929-477-3785. Right on. Thank you all. You don't see no doubt about it. I think we got Make sure you press 1. So I think Tanya is in queue. Give me a press. You have to press 1 at 929-477-3785. We live and direct on IntellectualRadio.com. Also live on YouTube with Chairman Fred Jr. YouTube live. Callers in queue. Press 1. 929-477-3785. Press 1 to get in queue. Again, press 1. You have to press 1. Welcome to Freedom All Radio.
Good evening, Chairman.
Good evening. Who we have you on the call? Who do we have you on Freedom All Radio?
This is Tanya, Chairman Fred. How you doing?
I'm well, and seeing how you holding up, my sister.
I am very, very well. Very encouraged hearing the other callers talk about how we need to reimagine our justice system. Very much so encouraged.
Right on. Now, let me know if you can hear me. I know we had talked before. We had some communication. You weren't able to hear me clearly last time. So how do we sound? Can you hear me clearly?
It sounds okay. So some of us still using our flip phones, Chairman.
So you're right. We go
tried in the truth for sure.
We go up to Annie. Y'all listen for our Freedom All listener audience. We working on getting out soon and very soon. We hopefully get a studio at the Hampton house. Everything we working on that. But in the meantime, between time, if we got to use 2 tin cans in the string, we gonna get this word out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By any means necessary.
Sister Tanya Watkins, Sister Tanya with soul and your resume, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I made mention of you earlier, Sister Cassandra Greer also. In addition to this, to the work on the ground with this Pretrial Fairness Act, you know what I'm saying? You got a resume with the people. Give us a little background, in regards to the significance of the press conference. I'm still beating myself up. I missed it. I meant to get there. I'm tightening up as for transportation. It's just another story though. But the significance of this press conference of the day, the significance of this, when people, it's a lot of times we hear different terms, legal terms, and it may go over people's heads. What is the Pretrial Fairness Act? What is it? It's tag team, brother. Just lay it table.
Chairman, 7:45 is very early in the morning. So,
yes.
I got there at 8 and change. So, but appreciate the fact that folks were willing to support and just couldn't make it down there. But the pretrial fix essentially the use of bond in Illinois. Previously, when folks, and I want to make this word abundantly clear. When a person is accused of a quote-unquote crime, an offense, and, crime is an interesting word because anything that the state deems unsightly then becomes criminal.
Speak on it, sister.
When you are accused of something and you are taken into custody, before you have your civil rights to a trial, while you should be have your civil rights to the presumption of innocence, you are incarcerated, and they can actually put a dollar sign on your freedom. So what that resulted in Illinois was thousands of people being locked up just because they were poor, not depending on what they did necessarily. You steal a candy bar, you have a $200 bond that you cannot afford. You can stay in jail for months up to years before you get your day in court. You could also physically assault someone, and your bond is $1,500. And if you have $1,500, you walk free. And so we were measuring people's safety and their right to freedom based on if they could afford their bond or not. And that actually, not only was it not fair, it was ineffective. So the Pretrial Fairness removed wealth-based incarceration, pretrial incarceration in Illinois.
Yes.
While you speaking, I'm just I just want to add. Let me say right on for that. Let me before I add something. Let me ask you, what was some of the misconceptions or the propaganda that's put up by opponents? That, you know what I'm saying? Because again, this did not go unchallenged. You know what I'm saying? What was some of the propaganda or the what misinformation or even I don't want to draw the full conclusion. What information? I mean, because would you just lay it out? People say, okay, well, let's go with that. The opponents of that, what was their position?
Yeah, that was really simple because folks don't know that this actually passed. The bill was passed back in I think it was 2021. So this has actually been on the book for a minute. You know, when there was a race for governor, of course, the Pretrial Fairness Act was used as political policy. There was so much misinformation, going around. Listen, I will make it clear, I do not believe that jails and prisons are effective means of public safety. So I have my challenges with the entire current legal system.
Yes.
But I understand, what the law is and what people's political will to actually push that system and reduce that system is, particularly legislators. So I get it. That don't mean I ain't gonna still fight to get these jails and prisons, out the way.
Yeah.
That being said, there was a misnomer that no one would be incarcerated pre-trial, and that is just simply not. Things like to try to explain. I'm also not a lawyer at all. I'm just out here in these streets. I'm a mom.
Well.
You a queen, sister. You a queen for sure.
Just trying, struggling to understand the system that's like eating up our community.
Yes.
Yes.
How we can continuously push back.
No doubt.
But having said that, there are certain things that will be ineligible for pre-trial incarceration. Like if you steal a candy bar, you've never stolen a candy bar, you ain't gonna have a $200 ransom on your head. However, if you are engaged in a violent act,
yeah, you can dig in.
Right. So there is, no person that just so you can commit second degree this and not be incarcerated. That's untrue.
Yeah.
So we also want to educate
Yes.
about things that they can be incarcerated for because we don't get no more purpose in jail.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So for groups like not only fighting for reforms that strengthen the system, but educating our people so they actually won't be eligible to participate in cases at all.
Yes. No doubt, sis.
I just seen Mother Comrade put up. We say even terms are political. Like we say, as opposed to bonds, we say the term ransom, and like that kind of gives it a more graphic depiction. The impact. A lot of times, like one thing, this system in particular is so Machiavellian at like the euphemisms they use, like correctional centers, bond, and you know what I'm saying, and it takes away the hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And someone, and Tanya just talked about I'm glad you pointed out, you distinguished the fact that you've been charged. That you gotta be careful when you say certain terms, like you had crime, it automatically it works a certain psyche.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, see, like, and even the optics of I'm thinking like in addition to the pressure, the stress on you, you know what I'm saying, you locked up in the infamous Cook County Jail. I mean, I'm having flashbacks with just even the mention of it,
Oh, Division One.
Division One, man. And people who have the term they say copped out. You know what I'm saying? So you had to do it because you copped out. No, those conditions are intense. I mean, so horrid, like so horrible. Like you said, well, okay, I do. Let's get up out of here for a minute. But in addition to that, the optics of like it's strategic. Like when you see like a lot of Well, white people in particular, the time that they take, when you see them on the news coverage, they shaved up, so matter of fact, they not even been locked up. And that image alone, with you coming out there with your suit and tie, this person is a civilian, so they should remain civilian. As opposed to, I remember we was fighting even in the county jail to be able to wear your clothes, because you go,
to court.
They wear your clothes to court. And
Yes,
people
sir.
say, what's the big deal about that? You coming in front of that jury, or you know what I'm saying, or coming in with that suit on, that jail suit, a lot that image of you, or even those on the news when they have us, we disheveled. We've been in the police station, 35th and Low for you. Ain't seen no water, no bath, none of this here, no shade, none of that. So that image, you know what I'm saying, that image locks that, what the old saying, first impressions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even the optics of seeing you, you come out, you shackled up, you come in. So, he or she, man, they both locked up. You supposed to be there. So just even the optics, in addition to the condition, how it impacts you, how people see you. You're supposed you walking in from court, and I tell people figure like, well, man, they in there already, so they eyes, you know what I'm saying, keep them now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that was the mentality for sure.
And that's so. I want that people should. I want to reemphasize that. She said about charge. I'm talking about the regular. I mean, pull you over and just someone charging you with something. I didn't know. So on a side note, I was hearing something about this case, and this is a side note. Was it in Seattle? I didn't know. I don't know if I heard them correctly. They was talking about this. This white lady had came in. She said these dudes, this dude, they had broken out. Something she called. She said, "How do you?" The dude said, "We live here." And so the black guy, his white partner, she didn't ask the white partner nothing, but the black guy, she said, "I need to see some proof that you live here." She called the police, and they mentioned something. I said, "I know." I think they said the Karen. I said, "It said I know it's like a Karen act or something." I said, I may have misheard it, but they were talking about, as a civilian, the power she had, you know what I'm saying, to feel a boldness, you know what I'm saying, the question you had to call the police. But even with the police, to be able to charge you, the impact, like you mentioned earlier about your lawsuit, I think people, I'm real careful with that term, we beat the case. It's you when you charge, and you get this, your destabilization of your family, your job, not to mention even if you do have the bond money, the 10%, the money they take from you, not to mention you get locked up, the property. I got stuff. I'm in jewelry, watches, everything they need to rip me up for. And you be so happy to get out, you not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? And the resources, it's a whole system. Like people talking about, even with the banking industry, like how they hold your money, the interest they collecting of your money, the bond that they get up to, that money sitting there. You know what I'm saying? They getting up for that. It's a whole industry that is built up for that. You know what I'm saying? And again, the trickle down impact of people copping out. So I had to get I had to get my vent on with that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we hear these terms like, okay, well, if you didn't do it, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
You just sit tight. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna beat the case. But man, this whole dynamic of just, we throw terms loosely around like innocent to proven guilty. That sounds good. But again, we talking about the pretrial fairness act, y'all, how it impacts you. What's your thoughts on that? You know, we live and direct. So Tanya, give us any more information we need to know about this, or any updates, anything people need to do, or anybody they can go check out.
I have a ton of information, Chairman. I want to, we're trying to get as many questions answered, as much, real information out there. I want to just, I know I got limited time. I don't want to suck up all the air on the program. I do want to lift up what you're saying. If folks Google Chicago false confession capital, just Google it.
Say that again, sis.
Chicago and false confession. We live in the false confession capital.
Need y'all to write that down. Chicago and false confessions. Google, write that down. Google that, y'all. I need to type that in while she's saying it.
Yeah, that's
there
what.
Are more exoneration based on coerced confession or people who were falsely accused anywhere else. So just what you And there are folks who didn't do anything, who cannot bond themselves out, who are so desperate to go home that they are willing to take pleas. They are willing to live with a record just because they want to get out of that hellhole. This is what we are doing to our siblings by having a system that is based on wealth and not public safety, not the safety of things. So that to clear up, we've got some questions that came, in the world. Folks are like, what if I've already been given a bond? What do I do? That's a great question. The pretrial fairness act, although it was passed, it was held up in court. There was a moment where we had to get all of the states, this is a huge undertaking, to have the entire state eliminate cash bail. Folks had to be ready for this new law. And in that process of getting ready, from state's attorneys who wanted to see us languishing away and rotting in cases, file some court stuff. I don't know why.
Motions or briefs.
Implementation. It went all the way to the Illinois Supreme Court, and the Illinois Supreme Court upheld the pretrial fairness act. Said that this is the law of the land, and we have to do this. And that's what we were celebrating on Monday while we had that press conference. It marked implementation of the pretrial fairness act. So a lot of folks who are in there they have a bond. What can I do? I want to have the PFAQ if I can get out. You need to actually request new hearings to have your bond case reconsidered to see if you'll be eligible for release. So if you have a relative who has been accused of, we got people in there sitting in jail for months. I'm getting all loud because they had a suspended license. I had to take my child to school. And I got caught with a suspended license. And I've been here away from my family for 5 months, sitting in county jail. What can I do? Talk to the public defender. See if you can have your bond hearing reconsidered in light of the new law.
Yeah.
If you have questions, if you just a hater, don't talk to me. Go talk to some racists. Don't reach out to me. Leave me alone. Because but if there are questions that we answer, we're having speakers all over the city. You can reach out to us, or we know some smart lawyers that, if you want to hear some lawyer talk, but please understand that we have to continue to push back on this system that is harming our people.
Yes, indeed.
Well said, right on. You, okay, Sister Cassandra Greer, also detected, she had literature that she's passing out daily about it. Tomorrow will be in Parkway Gardens. Y'all know that said, them know that this case, y'all should know that. If anyone wants literature, please inbox her on Cassandra Greer with the literature. She's going to be out there on the ground tomorrow with this literature. You said something about people say like suspended license. Last time we hear, but again, be charged or something. And I tell you that whole image of crime, and you'll be like, oh man, these crazy murders, blah. Suspended. I mean, you'll be surprised, y'all. You go do. What people being kidnapped for? You feel what I'm saying? And see, I think I want to get I wish we had a term to distinguish. Like when people have 5 months in the county jail. Technically, you be like, okay, well, that's not a big time. It's kind of like people say they told like when you told how old is this dog? I hate to use this analogy, but they said no, a dog 7 years is like, that's like 28 years old for you. Cook County to be in jail time is a different 5 months than 5 months. You know what I'm saying? And it's a saying. I think Field Marshal George Jackson said there are no guaranteed tomorrows in general, but prisoners are microcosm. In the county jail, I mean, y'all have heard the cases of people who have come in there. I'm talking about we don't even.
Yeah, and people lose their minds.
They mind their lives.
You better believe it.
Nicholas Lee, that was the height of the pandemic, the coronavirus. On a common occurrence, I just made a comment the other day. I say, I don't know if Cook County Jail and Fulton County in Atlanta, if it's some sort of competition going on with these, the amount of deaths, every day that's going down right now in Cook County Jail and Fulton County, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, in these places, And I was tripping recently about the correlation. We did it about Sheriff Tom Dart being there for 16 years. I said, whoa, 16 shots to Laquan McDonald.
Yeah.
So when you hear these terms of somebody being, again, don't make sure you try to put it in. I wish we can get a term and say, no, we talking about jail time. 5 months in there is a different 5 months than, you know what I'm saying, in an outside community. In that Cook County jail, Gil Scott Heron talked about the infamous Cook County jail. You know, and in fact, we this past August 3rd with Chairman Fred's the street park, we made a trip to go there because Chairman Fred was there in Division 1, and we just missed the brothers and sisters. Sandra and Dr. Shawnee's at the waiting with the front, and these brothers and sisters put up in the windows, you know, saying free them all, the support, and inside the windows.
Yes, sir.
And man, that boulevard, in the infamous Cook County jail, the stories that go down up and down, I'm having flashbacks as we speak, you know. And so constantly, when I do drive, I go the long way, you know. But I just want to make sure I reiterate that to y'all about the conditions that occur in there. And again, people, like you said, well, if a person is innocent, they shouldn't cop out. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds real good.
But
particularly when you ain't in that situation.
Real talk. In the real world, man, we live and direct, y'all. I missed that one more time, sis. I missed that. Okay. You can still you can stay on, but let me know if any callers in queue, y'all got any questions. Instagram, let me know if y'all can still hear me. Give me a heads up, y'all can still hear me, because sometimes can y'all still hear me?
If I may too add something, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
And piggybacking on what the sister was saying about
Fremont to the comrade.
There's a caller in queue.
Okay, caller, Bell with us. No, excuse me, Cub with us. 1 second.
I'm gonna try and make it quick.
Oh, no.
But as far as piggybacking on what the sister was saying, as far as the impact of these laws on our communities,
we
man.
Really gonna turn. I'm gonna keep on all this piggybacking. Get another word.
Yeah. Ain't no doubt.
Go ahead.
Be it on the backs of these pigs, you did.
Yes. I'm kind of damaged, so just give me another term.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
What I'm saying is that, man, these laws, as they're affecting our communities, we definitely should have say so over them, or say so of them as they come into our community to be impactful or otherwise indoctrinated for most for lack of better words. But the occupation thus far of our communities, man, we are and have knowledge available to us now, and we have resources available to us now to put us on a better playing field. I still don't believe it's entirely level, but it's a better playing field. And if we are to be in this United States, some would say other words, snakes or whatever, but in this community of the United States, man, we have these laws that are governing the land and that are governing our people, and that have kidnapped was a prime word, our people, man, because not only when there is a crime going on, such as murder, just taking it out of the Safety Act for one moment to see how this impacts our community, as the laws is. When the murder happens, that victim is felt, or the loss is going to be tremendous throughout the community of the loved ones of that victim. But we also have that victim's family that is impacted for sure, first and foremost. You better believe it. And then the person wrongfully accused is impacted because he or she goes to prison, and their family dynamics is uprooted, to say the least. And they are in turn fleeced by this system that has been just decimating our communities from day one. But that victim, or that person wrongfully committed or wrongfully convicted of that crime, has to go on decades, 20 plus years before it's determined that, bad, you know. And then they want to make us jump through another court after having been found exonerated of the crime. They want to make us jump through another court on a criminal civil case for a certificate of innocence, as many of you brothers and sisters have witnessed in the news media with the brothers Sean Tyler, as well as his brother Reginald Henderson. They have been fighting to be proven free, if you will, to be exonerated again for a certificate of innocence. I mean, we are made to jump through all these extra hoops and things and what have you, when all the time these laws are meant to apply to everyone. We searching for justice, freedom, and equality of some demonstrations that we supposed to have from the civil rights movement. Why are we steady looking for or steady being placed in a civil rights fight type mind when all of this is supposed to be applicable to us from the start? You know what I'm saying? So we got to definitely be informed and in tune with what's going on with us. And like to some degree, FUBU used to say, for us, by us. Yeah. But in these terms, man, we got to start making these laws for us, by us, because the lawfare that they have taken on as far as on our communities under these dog whistles of what that is, race on crime on drugs, war on crimes and war on drugs and poverty wars and what have you. All them dog whistles for their ears. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you did. But we know what it is and we see what it is. But the lawfare that has gone on can't continue to go on, because now we have the tools, man. We have resources. We have things available and tangible at our fingertips. This net shit. And for me, who spent 28 and a half years in prison learning how to work this internet, is like working NASA. You know, it's putting me at 10 different places at the same damn time almost. But I digress. Brothers and sisters out there, kings and queens of the planet, particularly those of us in the United States as it be, man, we can regain our rightful place in the sun. That's for damn sure. All we got to do is, we the biggest consumer market, exercise that as a known fact for the last decade plus. You know, we just got to, man, each one reach one, teach one more, man. And now that we have platforms such as this and other platforms, and brothers and sisters are coming back aware of what's going on and what's happening, man, we definitely need unity as a coalition front that I have put out there to certain organizations and people to be on the front lines for show, for the people. The true civil servants of the people is the people. All power to the people, no delay.
Power to the people. Let me ease code these PSAs, people service announcements in them. Nancy Lockhart, greetings right back at you. Right on for the update for that math. 60 years since the I'm gonna say anniversary.
Yes, sir.
The knowledge of the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham.
Yes, I want y'all to check out. Also follow the case on a case we mentioned earlier. A young brother in Florida, Otho Wallace. Is you gonna live? I think they're in the sentencing stage now. List, you can still put on YouTube some of the dynamics of the case that was going on live. Otho Wallace, you can Google it. There's another case. Also, Melissa Crowley had just mentioned something good too. Even about mentioning that traffic, you know, the cars. When you taking in, you trump those charges. I'm talking about your vehicles, everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a whole racket that goes down with this here. You know, that goes that's inclusive in this. Also, go to look at Tanya Watkins. It's a link that she's placed on here. Also, on regards to the pretrial fairness act. Also, Sean Taylor. Okay, This is November 18th, November 18th this month, because we have courtroom 101.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's you just mentioned.
Yeah, that's certificate of innocence. Yes,
so
sir.
So y'all, courtroom 101. So put that on the calendar, y'all. November 18th. November 18th. Cook County Courthouse, 26 in California, 9 a.m. I'm gonna say 9 a.m. Tell myself 8:30. I'm clear of my contradictions. That's November 18th. We need this Chairman Fred would also, we need warm bodies. Ryan Con, real free them all. I gotta follow up with you on a few things too, man. Right on. Yes, indeed. We live in the record, Free on Radio. I need some also October 30th. Scratch that. September 30th. They're at the homegoing for the Proviso East High School. We have a delegation of Black Panther Party Cubs, the Hampton House. I'm gonna call Brother Caleb Muhammad, the Nation, other organizations. Matter of fact, Sandra Greer, the Nicholas Lee Foundation, need y'all out there too. I think they're gonna have me in Alabama, but we need the delegate for the parade. We need a strong delegation. I'm gonna post it up here. Go to. I'm bad with that. I'm gonna text it to you. I have it posted for next show. We need a number of different organizations to be on deck with that. Now, with that being said, I'm catching my breath. Call in Q. Sister Montgomery.
We have Brother Devontae Fremont.
Welcome to Fremont Radio.
How you doing, Fremont?
Fremont, we good. We keeping our head up on this. How you feel, my brother? Man, we still swimming, man. They ain't dropped us yet. We still swimming.
Yes, sir. We trying to stay above what I want to, get a little bit of input on that what you say it's called a safety act.
Oh no, Pre-Trial Fairness Act.
Oh, pre-trial fairness.
Yeah, pre-trial.
They always coming up with a new script, but I'm gonna say my script. If we can get my script out there, we can shut the juvenile down and the adult system down. They crooks. Okay, it's all a big game that my people don't know nothing about. They ain't teach you the game. You think you know the game. See, when I was with the Bud Nigga Truth Show, they heard me on the radio. So they had some guys throw a class for me. They taught me what real laws is and what real laws is in court. We don't know what real laws is. See, we've been twisted and lied to all our life about a lot of stuff.
Hold on, bro. I just can't let you just say that without let people know who we talking about, y'all. For those who know, we see the Butt Naked Truth, man. Gotta get, man. I said Harold, hey, y'all, man, y'all go check out some old episodes of this too on YouTube again, man. I just had a flashback what you calling in, brother, just now. So y'all again, matter of fact, y'all checked it out. Man, Harold, man, legend, man, Harold Davis. I don't know if you hip to him. You heard him, bro?
No, I haven't.
I
haven't. But I'm
old episodes. Yeah, but naked truth. Yeah.
If he going where I'm thinking he going with it, he finna get real heavy.
No. When he mentioned the show, it's on. This brother's physically no longer with us. Harold Davis.
Oh, okay.
Truth Radio. Yeah, that's why. Tuesday through Fridays. Just come in, but it's previous episode. I want to recommend everybody check that out too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, brother Monty, my fault.
Out.
Go ahead. I just want to make sure we mention that. Make notes of that, y'all. Harold Davis, Butt Naked Truth. Go ahead, brother.
Well, like I'm gonna tell the truth because you chair. Some stuff I can't say because they can take my life for it. That's how dangerous it is because it's about money. But my people don't know the game. You don't know what to say in court. You don't know what to do in court. You don't even know it's illegal to even lock you up because you ain't been taught what's going on. Federally or state. It's what you say when you get in the courtroom. It's what you do when you get in the police station. But see, your people ain't taught you that. See, if they teach you that, they may lose their life. That's how serious it is. Like they other people go to jail and they get right out. Because they know what to do when they get there. When they go to court, they know what to do when they get in court. They know what real laws is. See, it's one real, I'm going to say this, and then I'm gonna cut it out for a certain extent until later on. It's one real law, and it's a whole lot of fake laws. You got to figure out which laws is real and which laws is not. It's just like the red light camera. They was getting tickets people for that all these years. Then they had sued them and won. And then people still put the red light camera. See why people don't pay attention.
Let me say something to you, because let me correct something that you asked a question earlier. Let me say it correctly. You did ask, was this the Safety Act? Let me and I said and I gave the impression like it was a different law, but since time just let me technically say it. So the Pretrial Fairness Act passed as a part. That was a good question you asked. It's a part of the larger omnibus bill called the Safety Act. So that's your question, and so I want to make sure we go study the whole dynamic of that, because especially with like laws, legislation, sometimes saying could be like contracts. You know what I'm saying? You look for the small print, so on and so forth. Like even with I think back, like even with the initial omnibus terrorism law, they had used, there was certain dynamics in that they had brought up to use that impeded Mumia Abu Jamal from his appeal on death row. So again, make sure you get look at the whole dynamic of that. Let's have some conversations about this, because again, even with the concessions or the victories or the steps we make, always keep our guards up, and always, as Minister UP News said, the revolutionary is never satisfied, but in general, you want to make sure, we always fighting to tweak it, again, keep our guards up.
Yes, sir.
And also with Frantz Fanon,
yes,
and Nigerian theoretician said,
wretched of the earth,
be able to accept the concessions without compromising our principles. So again, so we, that's again, let's commend all the forces, the fights with these different leaps and these advances. But again, hey, we gotta get that corner shot of water and keep on swinging. Okay, we gotta keep on swinging. Yes, indeed, Brother Vontae.
I was at the Daily Center, right?
Yes, sir.
I went into the Daily Center, the county jail, and the juvenile home to get a police report. And John Burris and his team set me up in 1984 to 85. For some reason, I can get every police report and all the paperwork on all my other cases, but I can't get that 1985 police report. I can't get the grand jury, because it was all the setup. Well, I can't get no help.
Carlos, you on? Of course, if you okay, will you give your Facebook contact name so people can at least we want to put a call up, get you some assistance on checking into that. Spell your name for us on Facebook so people can contact you if they can assist you with that. About get.
Before I do that, I was down there myself. I gotta go back. I'm trying. The lady told me how to get the police report, because they did it about last year. I didn't go for it, but they got depressed for a while. But I went like 2 weeks ago. She had told me last year I can get it on microfilm. So that's why I got to get it on. But they trying not to give it to me, because they know if they give it to me, they can cross the street and say, "Hey, where my lawsuit money at? Because y'all done me like this." You understand what I'm saying, man? So I'm have to try to get some help on trying to get. You're right about that. But they ain't gonna let anybody just tell me. The people that I've been heard, they couldn't help me get it like that. That's how hard it's been.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of political people. See, Mayor David was the state's attorney then.
Yes,
well, that's that a struggle.
It's real deep. They're trying to cover it up because there's so many people, political people involved in that. Oh, it's real rough.
Man, excuse me, brother. Yeah. If I may, man, because I want to also let it be known too, right, that in this fight, man, that we got going on to free them all, it's also that situation going on that's supposed to drop momentarily with the deposing of then Mayor Richard Daley, of then State's Attorney Richard Daley, a while on Burge watch, you know what I'm saying, or a while in charge of John Burge, and the ramifications still have fallouts with them because of Chicago Torture Justice Centers actually receiving or otherwise getting word that they have been granted a new situation with a new $1 million $8 million was it that the mayor also gave them to create a new Bird Center? New John Burge Victim Center. And we're looking to go beyond Burge right now because Burge was like almost 10 to 20 years ago.
$8 million to do what for Burge?
They, to my knowledge, and it was recently in the newspaper article referring to Mayor Johnson giving the Burge victims or giving funds, approximately $8 million, if I'm correct, giving those funds to create or otherwise erect or build a new John Burge Victim Center.
I want him to that. You definitely want to.
Yeah, that came out or was made public news approximately 2 weeks ago, if not slightly longer.
So we want to talk about that.
I got one question. Who got on the holiday?
Who what?
Who got on the holiday? Who gets out of jail on the holiday?
Oh yeah, that's a cold move there.
I got out Thanksgiving morning 1989 like a turkey. I got some phone. I ain't gonna never forget that. My daddy and my baby sister came and got me from juvenile Thanksgiving morning 1989. Illegally. They didn't even give me all my good time. And it's just, the government ain't no good, man. I got them, hold on. I don't just got them from 1984. I got them from 1984 to 2007. They kept coming. Because once they get say one time, they gonna keep coming back. And they think you a dumb. They think you don't know. But when I met Earl Davis, Earl made me look back. And I looked back at them chumps and called them up.
No doubt.
Hey, give us a context just in case so people won't do this, see an assist in some form of matter. Okay. Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Yes, sir, my brother. We appreciate you. Free them all. We live and direct. We're gonna be moving in. We're moving and grooving, y'all. Yes, sir. Free them all. Yes, sir. Yep.
I just wanted to say as well, bro. We trying to work on a Beyond Burge Institute to also let it be known that, man, we got these torturous cops and these coercive these bad actors and characters all the way up to present day. And it didn't just stop with Burge, but it continued.
Right on. We live and direct on Freedom Radio. I want to try to get these other, okay, definitely. I know it's a subject matter that's is close to home. A lot of callers and listeners in regards to Maywood. I know I was going to touch on that. On this, let me know if you your thoughts. Like I say, sports really. I ain't really a big cat on the sports, but it's been a big discussion going on in regards to. I don't want to switch lanes. Like this, but also your thoughts on this whole thing with Colorado State. A lot of you talking about, well, Deion Sanders should have left this and that, Jackson State, but I want to talk about this Maywood situation also. But let me just throw this out there real quick too. I'm gonna say this. I'm real. I have very few disappointments. I said the other day, I'm kind of concerned about myself because I'm not getting disappointed more with a lot of contradictions. I said, damn, I think I come in with a clarity, and I was coming to someone about the whole Deion Sanders dynamic, and someone said, Jeremy, man, I can't believe that you. I said, no, I'm clear he's an aspiring capitalist. I'm clear on that. And a lot of people say, and I listen to people say, well, he sold out. I said, I'm trying to figure what he said. He has ever said his interest is in regards to some movement for our people. You feel what I'm saying? And I think the more you come with that with a clarity on who you dealing with, the different dynamics. They're saying, as Field Marshal George Jackson says, sooner begun, sooner done. And people say, what do you mean by that term, aspiring? You know what I'm saying? His whole, the dynamic of aspiring, to make it in this parasitical system. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's some and this dynamic of him being at in Colorado, it reflects on how, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it be in the music industry, the entertainment, what have you. In many cases, that it's really, they say, like, the population at Colorado State up to I don't know how many. Well, there's definitely, like, it might be over 80-90% white people. But you look at, they know to grab that black face in front of it, you know what I'm saying, and how they benefit at the end of the day. And on a side note, check out this brother on it just came to my mind, who influenced Elvis Presley. I'm using that term kind of loosely. The whole vernacular, Elvis, like, I said, damn, you talking like a vampire, a soul sucker. Elvis Presley took everything from this. I heard the general thing about Big Mama Thornton, Chuck Berry, the King Rock. This dude, I can't remember this brother's name. He said Elvis Presley supposed to be a friend. They thought it was a friend, but this dude here, the tone, everything, and you don't hear nothing about this guy. I've got this brother's name though. They come to me in a minute though. Maywood. It was brought to my as a case. It's a situation ongoing. Sergio Brown, who played for the NFL. And there's a lot of athletes in Maywood I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they come out of Maywood. Mm-hmm. But this one, it's been like the last 2-3 days. They say his mother was found, and they say some stuff on social media. I haven't been able to catch up with it though. That was brought to my attention 2 days ago, and also his mother has even stopped by the Hampton house on a few occasions. But she, unfortunately, she was found. And I just want to our concerns, go out to the entire family. We don't know all the different dynamics though. So there's been a lot of press out there in Maywood. People talking what's going on, but this is ongoing as we speak. Sergio Brown, and people says a lot of stuff being said, but one thing, what's been confirmed is that again, his mother was unfortunately she was found, and condolences go out. So we'll keep y'all abreast on that. As well, put that out there also.
Also, if I may, Brother Chairman, there was a young sister found in the garage today by her mother out south on Chicago, and I definitely would like to extend my condolences to their family as well, because she was a young mother to, I believe she was in her early 20s, if not late teens, and she left a child and definitely a family to mourn a loss.
Definitely, our condolences, no doubt, to her and her family, no doubt about it. And Flint, Michigan, I just get word, sent from some people close to our family that someone's murdered there. They say it's like it's back to back up there. So condolences in regards to. I thought about that. So like the ongoing impact even with the water countries in Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How it impacted the psyche and everything else. So much stuff though. We live and direct on Freedom Radio. Y'all feel free to call in the club, being with us, y'all 929-477-3785 and press 1. Again, I'll be sending this out to number of organizations. We need y'all on deck. September 30th, I will be in I think Selma or Birmingham, Alabama. But we're gonna get this to Brother Caleb with Nation of Islam, Cassandra Greer, Nicholas Lee Foundation, the Cubs, the Hampton House. Other forces will be there. This parade, Proviso, East Homecoming. If I get you the registration, whatever you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
This September 30th though.
Yes, sir.
Any more callers in queue? Any callers in queue? And press 1 if you are in queue. You make sure you get in 929-477-3785 and press 1. Any callers?
No callers in queue. Callers, if you'd like to come into queue, please press 1.
Right on. Free them all. I think we covered generally covered all the subjects that was put there. So let me know if something else that you want to retouch on, any contacts you may have missed, any links you may have missed, any things we said that you might have missed. Feel free to type it in, text it, or again call in 929-477-3785 and press 1. or 708-223-8953. We live in the record Freedom Radio on Spirit of Making History, Taking History, and Taping History, y'all. Anything we missed you want to retouch on? Callers in queue. Anyone?
If I may touch on something, Chairman, I wanna also put out there that we've had another victory in the court system, as well as with the collateral estoppel situation. We have a brother Claiborne Smith. He was recently back last Thursday, but he didn't receive the help that he otherwise needed from the community to shower him with the outpouring support of resources that we are talking about. And I would go in depth with it. However, right now we trying a coalition build. You know what I'm saying? So as it stands, though, we have a win, as I started out saying, with the collateral estoppel issue that the brother Claiborne Smith championed in the court system, giving us the leverage to hopefully bring about some bad cop legislation to come forth shortly. Speaking in regards to having the collateral estoppel attached to bad cop behavior. You know what I'm saying? This is not about those true civil servants who don't operate under the cloak of bullshit. I don't know if we cleared for that type of language. Excuse me, Chairman. But
we clear with
yeah.
You know, said piggyback, all them other bad words. And
yes,
shit.
Sir.
We all good on that one.
Yes, sir. You dig them hey, them was there, you dig. But yeah, we gonna try and keep it professional, maintain our cool as best we can. But we definitely fired up for the people. You dig? But like we were saying, the collateral estoppel, when attached to these bad cops and bad actors, you did it allows them not to be seen in the light of a civil servant, and they get to be seen in the views of which they are bad actors, to say the least. And we cleaning that up for them. You know what I'm saying? Just calling them the bad actors that they are and have done, the bad things that they have done to us as a people. You know what I'm saying? And we refuse to lose right now. We got to refuse to lose because we got too much at stake right now. We got the insight, we got the knowledge, and we got the know-how, and we got people in place to give us the necessary tools of resources that we need to be powerful, to be the rightful, powerful people that we are, man, and chosen people that we are. So with this collateral estoppel, we telling the state and the justice system that, man, we know who these ones are. Y'all know who these ones are. Y'all have even said or went so far as to say by the Judge Paul Bible, his situation being that these cops were bogus to begin with and have had this ongoing bad treatment of people of color, black and brown communities, such as Guevara and other officers. But we gonna stem it around the ones that have been known as such, with these cases rendered against them, saying that they are who we said they were.
Yes, indeed. We live in that record. I would be remiss if only mention my sister here, man, Crown Princess. Thank you for it. Love and respect, man. Right black at you, no doubt about it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Doing the Casey, man. Okay, man. Casey, man, Malik, man, so many others, man. No doubt about it. Love you right back, my sister. We on hold. Okay, hold on. Make sure you press 1. Okay, we got Sister Comrade. Check the lines. Gonna call in queue. Make sure you press 1. Free them all. We live in the record. Free them. Right on. Well, I'm well on this end. How we doing? For free them all. Welcome to Free them all radio. No doubt about it. Who we have here?
I'm tired, but I hate this Cassandra Greer.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I had to call in because I was listening to the brother and what he was just saying about the support that wasn't there in the court system. And he's so right. And I just want to call in because, you know, so many young men and women that back that chairman that we go and fight for every day in these courts, at this court building, this corrupt court building. And these people, these families got to get up, chairman, because, you know, we can scream all day on Facebook, free them all, and we can wear shirts and shit on their birthday, but they want to be free. And the only way they're going to be free is if we make noise and we stand together.
Demonstrate, Queen.
One organization. It shouldn't just be Stone or Chairman Fred and the Black Panther Party of Nicholas Foundation. It's too many of us, Chairman, out here. You know, and it's just real fucked up because you go in this courtroom with these corrupt prosecutors and corrupt judges, and you see 2-3 people for these men and women that you know are wrongfully convicted. But where are the people? You know, we can scream all day, but faith without works is dead. So, you know, I just want to call in to what that young man was saying. You know, we got to get up and get out here. You know, Chairman, trust me, I don't want to be out here from morning to night every day, but you know why I got to? Because I don't want these young black men and brown men out here to believe what these motherfuckers are saying, calling it a purge act, so they won't be out
You did.
dumb shit and be back there to have no loans and we can't get them. So that's why I'm walking in all of these high-risk areas. I ain't going to Mount Greenwood. I'm going to 35th and Road, to Lawless Gardens Parkway. I'm going to my neighborhood, South Shore. I'm going to all
Yes, yes.
Where we get back there and we ain't going to have no line. See, that's what they want, is the trick of the enemy. And see, that's my job. If I love them the way I say I love them, if I can get on Facebook all day, screaming free them all, what am I doing to make sure they stay free or make sure they don't go back there? So I want to encourage people, get out here, help us. It shouldn't be 3-4 people. It shouldn't be one organization. So, or the Black Panther Club. We need help. Y'all, we can defeat this shit if we stand together.
Yes, indeed.
I need y'all. Ain't no big ass for using this shit. I need everybody. It don't matter if you're white. It's about all of them back there that's suffering. And we know Tom Dart don't give a fuck. Look at how many people that died back there. This man got a budget of $600 million. People still complaining about I'm not having toilet truth. So come on, y'all. This man was right. It should be 2-3 people in the courtroom. Y'all, we need each other. Stand with me. Faith who our work is dead. This shit can happen if we stand together and push forward. Thank you so much, Chairman. I appreciate you.
We thank you. We appreciate you. Let me I'll close. We on our last few minutes. Let's commit, y'all. Let's commit. Man, let's re-echo this and man, reshare this show, man. I want to make sure, let's commit. Let's tie this in. I'm not just talking about when it become politically correct, you know what I'm saying? Because again, this court support thing, y'all. Let's start tying in our everyday lives, you know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised when you go sit in the courthouses, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, you know what I'm saying? 26 in California. I know a lot of times we hate to go down there, and sometimes we think if we don't acknowledge it, it'll disappear, it'll go away. But the deal is, as I said, man, you can look at that humane society. I just, man, if the death stuff was going on down there, the kidnapping, we talk about terms like slavery in the abstract, disconnected way. Go down and sip in no courts. I'm talking about people. It's like I told somebody I want August 30th to come. I want to get to the point. We see it's an official holiday. I said I look forward to the day that people with a pride. We had them flags out like in the Mexicano community. They had them in the Cinco de Mayo. They had them Mexicano flags.
Yeah,
the Puerto Rican Day. How they had a Puerto Rican flag. People look at when you attack until they look at the audience and see the courtroom. Who's there for you? You know what I'm saying? We need to pack them courtrooms in, y'all. Go down there again. What day? Believe me, let's make it, man. Let's start that court support. Let's start getting warm bodies down there, y'all. Go down there, pick a name, go up in them courthouses, man. Again, check Sister Cassandra Greer, check these pages and say it's all the time. There's some names up there, some cases up there. You know what I'm saying? You may say, well, man, what else? This person, go see for yourselves. 26 in California. You know what I'm saying? Come on down there. Let's start going down there. We used to make a joke, make light about it. I say, man, like the meeting place, we get down there, but let's make it, you know what I'm saying? Let's start tying this in. You know, sister, man, how many your court support, also that one prisoner, one contact. Man, make sure that everybody got some particular respective prisoner, somebody that's locked up that they corresponded with. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
Adolf Hitler said that his first victims in the gas chamber was the ones who did not receive any mail, y'all. Not take for granted your loved ones are being taken care of again. We need, man, I want that to be a closing note. Go again, before we go out for this show right now. Let's make a commitment that at least let's say, okay, one on your post. Start putting up a prisoner's name and ID number. Start telling us some whose court date coming up. You know what I'm saying? On our calendars, put it in there. Everybody, I want
word on the street.
Word on the street. Who once a month, once a week, put up down there.
Yeah,
somebody down there. You know what I'm saying?
That Cook County jail.
Go up in the courts. You just be surprised how even if the judge, they look at it and see people out there for you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know the person, y'all, go down there and again make it a class project. You know what I'm saying? Go down there and see get that. It's a video. It's a video on the close. It's a video on YouTube called Maywood. Type in Maywood's Finest. Free them all. They wanted to do a video with us. And I said, only way I'm gonna do this video with y'all is y'all got to come on down and get this work. They came to the Hampton House on the day of the vortex, one of the coldest days in history. I said, only way I'm gonna do this video, we go down to Cook County Jail. Freezing cold. We went down to Cook County Jail. And we go watch that video. It's a video called Free Them All. Type in Maywood's Finest on YouTube and Free Them All. We caught people coming up out the jail, caught them brothers walking up out of there and tied into their video. Artists, rappers, do your song. They say, keep it real. Let's start tying this in. Go down there. I mean, in the courthouse, you'll be surprised what's going down. Bro, we should love and respect y'all. Go ahead, bro. We got to close.
I want to make it quick. Don't lift every voice just to sing. Lift every voice to power, people. Power to the people.
Power to the people, y'all. Again, y'all keep your heads up, eyes on the fist clenched, y'all. Again, make that man, one person, one contact. Let's get on that 2600 South California, see what's going on there. But as UAP News says that they love to perform that treachery in the dark. Let's turn the lights on, y'all. It's called Free Them All, man. Same time, same station, man.
Free Them All.
Y'all. Free Them All.
Strong enough to stop me. I'm out of control. This the matrix. I'm Neo. I know that I know. I am that I am. That's why I speak so bold. On the verge of losing hope. I know where to go. Switch my style from singing vocals to magical flows. Study the street.